Kenya is a digital economy now. I don't think there's anybody without at least use of technology. Even for cash transfers, tunatumia mobile money. For many transactions, we're using the mobile phone. Everybody is broadcasting. We are on social media. So all this requires very good communications. And so this system that you're seeing here allows us to monitor and allows us to make sure that we're moving in the right direction. When 5G is active, it will become even more and more important for Kenya, because, for instance, if M-Pesa or mobile money is down even for half an hour, the whole country is even stopping. So we must monitor. Nobody is going to block radio stations. Nobody is going to block broadcasters, to ensure we have the freedom of our networks and that the services are going to operate very well. We're very grateful that the county governments, and especially here in Nyeri, are supporting our work. They're supporting the Communications Authority, whether it is in providing the access to where we can lay our fiber or where we can put these spectrum management systems. Yes, they are very technology driven and they are very technical, but they are very, very important. I think you all know, even just sending SMS, and even when you have a problem with security, communication is important, and that is why we are here, to make sure that we continue to develop the country. The President was very committed and still is to ensuring that as Kenya, we are a digital country, knowledge-based economy, and that is the direction we will continue to move. We're not going back into any analog systems. We will continue on the digital systems. I'm sure you are aware, you've reported as broadcasters even in the past, even around JKIA, some of the airlines would listen to some radio stations instead of hearing the tower, because people are interfering with the spectrum. Sometimes even terrorists may come and set up their own networks. So as a country, we're very cognizant of services, we're cognizant of the security nature, and therefore installing these systems becomes very important to make sure some of those challenges can be dealt with very, very quickly. Today we've provided and shown you what we have from the regulatory perspective. The security side, we've even invested even more so that the country is even safer, and we are able to do much, much more than we are saying here, because we must be able to progress and move forward. I know some of you are asking whether now we'll use these systems to switch off media or to internet. Will continue. There's no reason as a country we should be going backwards. We're very committed to ensuring that social media, which we use, all the broadcast media and obviously the broadband and other media, will continue to operate even when we get to elections. You've seen the handshake has allowed us that even now, less than a year to elections, we are still able to come and have such a function and discuss development and technology. In the past, right now we would be really just talking politics as a country, but we're still working on development, and we will continue to do that. The President is very happy that this is the trend that we are continuing, and I hope you will continue to report these developments. So people will be jailed, people will be fined, and those who are already licensed and who misbehave, there are penalties that are very clear where they will be fined. And this goes all the way to the content that they carry. There is a station that was carrying in the morning even pornography. They were punished, they were switched off, and they paid their fines and they apologized. So all this is being done, and we are not politicizing. We're not making a big deal of it, but we're making sure that the airwaves are open for us to work, and we use it more for development. And some countries have switched off their social media, whether it's our neighbors, whether it is up to even Nigeria. That's not our aim. And I think we've really matured as a country in the way we're moving. There's a few rogue people here and there, but by and large, Kenya is peaceful. People are enjoying communicating and sharing their views, and so we will continue in that direction.
Through the Universal Service Fund, the authority has prioritized the deployment of communications, infrastructure, and services in areas that until recently had never tested the transformative power of ICTs. In the first phase of the USF implementation, 886 public secondary schools were connected with high-speed internet, with a number of them being here in Nyeri County. During the same period, 75 sub-locations in the country were connected to mobile voice and data services for the first time, And now, as we embark on the second phase of the project, we are focused on connecting 101 sublocations spread across 17 counties. With this second phase, we anticipate to avail voice and data services to an estimated 269,842 people. In continued efforts to narrow the digital divide, the authority shall continue to support deployment of a vast array of technologies and solutions where possible through the allocation of the requisite frequency spectrum. We shall equally undertake necessary regulatory interventions from time to time in order to continuously stimulate growth in internet penetration and improve the quality of services. With the ICT being a critical enabler of economic development, we shall continue to support the deployment and uptake of 4G and 5G technologies and other advanced mobile services in order to make a realization of Vision 2030, which this one is a Vision 2030 project, and the Big Four agenda to reality.